Now, it may be the smallest airline in the country, but it has a huge reputation. Palmair invented the package holiday 50 years ago and still has just one plane.
But as our transport correspondent Mike Pearce explains, it's bucking the trend in the aviation industry and making a big investment in the future.
It started with a 30-seater plane in the 1950s, making history as the first ever package holiday. But while others stole the idea of Peter Bath, he kept his airline small with a personal touch. He and other directors are famed for greeting passengers at Bournemouth Airport, where they've always been based.
Always used to come and, say, have a good trip, have a nice holiday. Always used to be there to call the numbers, the rows out, and the plane would be loaded so easily and so quickly.
The airline Palmair has won countless awards as one of the best loved in the world. It's always kept its roots in Dorset and is now determined to beat the recession. They've invested £8 million leasing a new plane. It was unveiled in front of their most loyal customers and comes at a time when just about every other airline is cutting jobs and routes.
It is a difficult time. The market is down, but also the price is down for aircraft. We've been able to lease this aircraft at a very much lower price than it would normally cost.
The airline only operate one plane, and its new one is named after its founder, who died in 2006. His wife Elizabeth performed the ceremony.
I name this aircraft the Spirit of Peter Bath.
How would he feel that his name is actually on the side?
Oh, he wouldn't have believed it. And also, of course, we've actually got the registration is PJ, which is how he was always known.
One thing that has changed over the last 50 years is competition. In have come airlines like EasyJet, Flybe and Virgin Atlantic. But this airline says it's not going down the cheap, no-frills route. It says it will never charge for things like meals and for going to the toilet. It's an important part of the local economy and a service enjoyed by many. Mike Pearce at Bournemouth Airport for Meridian Tonight.
Now, it's the country's smallest airline, but as many of its competitors are closing down or struggling in the recession, Palmair is investing for the future. The Bournemouth-based company launched its new aircraft in a special ceremony last night, as Rachel Healy reports.
The launch in a hangar at Bournemouth Airport had plenty of glamour and glitz, but it's been a tough few months for Palmair, a local airline with one plane. A previous supplier pulled out suddenly. It had to hire a succession of temporary planes. This one's named after the airline's founder, the late Peter Bath.
Well, it's not a great time for the industry at the moment, but we are confident for the future. We've been around for 50 years. We're certainly confident about another 10.
In a recession, planes are cheap and there are plenty on the market. This one costs £1 million a year, half what it would have done 2 years ago. For the country's smallest airline, this is a big investment at a time when many others are closing down. Rachel Healy, BBC South Today.